BNAI down 31.03%. This is Friday, the 30th of January 2026. The stock is experiencing extreme volatility as traders react to a combination of dilution concerns, balance sheet restructuring, and aggressive short side pressure. The stock sold off sharply following fears tied to warrant exercises and a debt to equity conversion, which many market participants interpreted as a classic dilution event in a low float name. This sudden drop fueled widespread community belief that the move was amplified or even engineered by short sellers targeting a thinly traded stock, setting the stage for heightened speculation around the potential short squeeze. Okay, so this is the 4-hour chart, and we have been able to gather the data from here on this chart, and we have it on Cloud. So yeah, this is what's going on. Yeah, it's experiencing extreme post dilution volatility with yeah, a plunge of up to at some point it was up to 48%. Now it's currently at 31.69%. Okay, so key technical inferences. Trading between 30.47 and that's 6.24. Is that where it is? Yeah, that's where it is right now. Yeah, just breaking into the R2 level on its market greed. Okay, so the moving averages are inverted. Okay, so you now have the 10 period moving average greater than the 21 greater than the 40, and then a 40 greater than the 200. Okay, so price pressure momentum analysis critical. Okay, so the price pressure momentum gives us the angle of attack of the various moving averages. Okay, so this value here indicates that the 10 period moving average is declining by $25.85 every 4 hours. That's just an indication, you know, going by the weakness that is going on right now, going by what is going on right now. It has the indication is that it is dropping at the 10 period moving average is dropping at a pace of $25 every 4 hours, and then but the other moving averages are still gaining. They're still going because the stock has been volatile. You know that already. Okay, yeah, it has been volatile. So even though the stock has lost a lot of ground, the 40 and the 21 period moving averages and include the 200 period moving average, they are still rising. They still have to bleed out all of that strength it showed. So okay, so we have a couple of probabilities here. Okay, so the range of between 42.02 and 47.19, probability of it testing them is 35%. This is the current zone, 36.24 and 42.02, 40%. Is that the case? Is that where it is? No, it has now dropped below that now. It has dropped below this grid. So this is where it is right now. 20% probability, and that has already happened. Dropping all the way down to 20.13, 30.43. It's saying that's 4%. Well, it may well happen. Testing 47.19, 1%, extreme short squeeze scenario only. Okay, then this is a short-term trade setup. Okay, it's not a recommendation. If you try it, you may lose money. Okay, so the current entry zone will be current levels between 35 to 37.50. Yeah, that's where we are now. Yeah, and then aggressive. Okay, target will be 42.02, 60% probability. 46.40, 35% probability. 47.19, 15% probability. Okay, stop loss would be $30, meaning that if you get into the stock and it doesn't advance, then you exit the stock. I mean, this should be your base. You shouldn't go below $30. Okay, risk reward, one to 1.6 to 1.2.8, depending on the target. Okay, probability of success is 58%. Okay, catalyst short covering, CTB bought pressure, momentum continuation from positive second derivatives. Okay, long term trade setup 2 to 8 weeks, mean reversion to SMA structure. Wait for pullback, accumulate for reversion to pre dilution levels. Entry strategy. Okay, so at 30% at 27.50, and then 40% here, and then 30% at current if momentum sustains above 40. So your target will be 44, 46.40, 52.5, 65 to $75. Yeah, and your stop loss will be $15. Yeah, so if it doesn't go and it's dropping, $15 should be the least you should tolerate. Probability of it reaching SMA2 45% requires fundamental stabilization plus a short interest unwind. SMA2 is 46.40. Key risk price pressure momentum one still negative. Yeah, suggests that the 10 period moving average remains in decline. Longer term downtrend intact until this flips for positive. Critical warnings: extreme volatility, positive size at 25 to position size at 25 to 50% normal. Inverted SMA structure, technical downtrend still active despite rally. Okay, gap between price 30 what that is 35.64 and the extrapolation of its 40 period moving average 27.85 is now less than 35%. Yeah, I mean it's equal to the up to 30% pullback risk. Okay, short squeeze trades are binary. Manage risk aggressively. Optimal approach: small short-term momentum trade now plus larger positions on pullback to 27 to 28 for mean reversion play. Well, caution is warranted. There's a good chance that what the catalysts they had before, they may be changing with this dilution. More shares may become available. Yeah, more shares may become available, and more volumes may yeah, the available float may increase. My available float may, even if it increases, what matters is what trades. So, but we already know that it has a 50-day average of around 10 million on a tiny float, on a low float. With this dilution, this there's a risk it will increase. So it may not remain as volatile as it has been of late. So caution is warranted. With this dilution, caution is warranted. It may not be what it was before. Okay, so just see what you make of all of this, and thank you very much for watching this video.